Welcome. I'll be moderating this session. My name is Elad Gafni. I'm from the SSV Foundation. And we're all here, the DAO, the labs, and the foundation here in Berlin at our meetup. And we're taking this opportunity to talk a little bit about our SSV divers who are here. A little bit about what we have been doing here in Berlin and our plans for the future. So we're gonna kick it off with the introduction of our SSV divers, which are located across the globe. Please take some time, introduce yourself, what you're doing, and where you are. We can start with Mickey.
Okay, sure. Thank you. So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay, wait a minute. Can you see my screen or my presentation?
Yeah,
No?
we do.
Yes, can see it.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let me introduce myself. And I'm Miki from X Finance Tech, and I'm from Japan. And my personal project is building, staking, community building, DVT community, and especially SSV network community in Japan. And my action is almost my action is three things. And first one is hosting side event in Japan, and the second one is creating Japanese X account and SNS account, and the third one is creating Japanese SSV document in Japan community. And so yeah, all my actions are it's just now it's good. But so let me introduce my um yeah uh, the side event at Edcon. The in last month, sorry, in July, we have side event SSV side event at Edcon. So we have side event. We organize side event with Lido and with SSV network, and we have 100 participants, and we had 100 participants, and we can make DBT community in Japan, and I'm proud to have another event um, in Japan with Japanese corporate organizations such as JCBA and JBA. So yeah, okay, that is my introduction.
Thank you very much. And we'll continue with the Inco Plus.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me properly?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So my name is Xavier, also known as Linko Plus. I'm from Canada. My background mostly is finance and economics, but in 2020 I decided to do cryptocurrency mining full time. Then suddenly, in September 2022, the merge happened with Ethereum. So I had to shut down all my machines. Started to see to make more research about can I follow the trend with proof of stake now. So my brother and I we started to manage mini pools on Rocket Pool, and I continue my research, and I realized that there's such thing called DVT, and for me it was a game changer because you can contribute without any ETH bound. And for me, I was more a hardware guy, so I told myself I could contribute to with the hardwares and my software system administrator management. So then a little bit after I discovered SSV network, I applied for the SSV diver program. I'm very, very glad I've been accepted because until now I'm so motivated. Every morning I wake up, I have my other part-time job, and right after I'm done with that, I jump on SSVDiver, my daily task. So it's pretty cool for me. I really like it. By the way, you are amazing team. I can see all the work that you're doing because I'm following you from remotely, but every day I cannot believe all the news that is popping up nonstop on Discord, all the platforms. So it's amazing. You're really doing a great job, guys. What else? So yeah, my personal project at first was I was thinking, okay, I know how to set up a node with Rocket Pool. So what about if I write a guide to help other home operator to set up a node on SSV network? So I started to do that. I wrote two guide to about solely starting to set up your gear. And then lately, I thought about something very interesting. Oh, by the way, I have a Rock 5B. It's a mini computer, single board computer running on the SSV host card. So it's great. I'm monitoring the performance. I started to use the subgraph SSV. I like it. Really, every day I'm learning so much. So I was thinking, the what about if I use Ansible playbook to automate the setup of a node? Because as some of you might know, it can be very long to set up a node. So my first trial to set up my node didn't work because of my drive. My SSD was not compatible. So I had to start over again. And my brother, he told me, you should look at Ansible playbook. Look, use my repository. I've done all the coding already. So that's what I've done. One morning in 2 hours, I set up my Rock 5B for the second time in 2 hours. So that was, for me, it was magical to just send one command and see everything getting set it up. So I thought, okay, I could maybe write. We already have the repo on GitHub about that. So what about write something more consistent with the documentation, how to use it, etc. So that's for now. That would be my personal project. Then I've talked about joining event in Montreal. I'm in Canada, but Montreal mainly. And there's like cryptocurrency project like Web3 Montreal. So I was thinking, yeah, I should go there with a T-shirt at SSV Network that is arriving soon, I guess. And I should just spread the word with people there. I've been there a couple of times, and it's very nice. So for me, it will be an honor to represent the community, right? So what else? Yeah, I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So thank you guys. I'm happy to be an SSV diver, and for me it's an honor to meet you this morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We'll make sure you get the T-shirt. You know. And next up, you think. Hi, how are you? Hi.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me? And the team, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Yeah, very sorry that I have the connection issue. I have to use the VPN to connect to Discord. So I try to use my mobile and outside to the house, try to have the success. Looks everything is pretty good. Okay, so first of all, I'm Yuting. You can call me YT. I'm located in China, and actually, my background is basically in technology. Actually, I'm an AI engineer. I'm an AI architect and leading several projects from the incubation and landing to production. So yeah, and I've been for a long time with SSV. When SSV launches its mainnet, I'm the first solo staker. So it's great honor to be a SSV diver here, and now I'm doing the SSV Insights 360. You can see the daily data broadcast right in the Discord channel. That's a small tool, and I'm now in charge of the China community, including some media platform to help to translate our proposal, help to translate Medium article, help to explain everything about SSV. And I also joined the ETH Global for our SSV subtopic. And it's I think it's for me it's a tool to help our validator customers to organize, to plan their operators. Yeah, I'm doing that. I think I will share more about this in the future. So yeah, I'm a technical background, and I love SSV for a long time. And the first solo staker. Yeah, I think that's all of it. Thank you
very much.
And
Thank you.
yeah, thank you. Very nice to see you guys.
So hopefully, you know, from our perspective, we hope to see you guys soon at our next events and participate in all of the events that the SSV community and the DAO is holding. And thank you very much for all the support.
Yeah, we love to. Thank you.
I'm going to introduce the other members of the team over here and going to ask a bit more questions about what we're actually doing here in Berlin. So just to put things in perspective, we're trying to do, or we are doing a couple of meetups a year in order for the DAO, the foundation, and the labs sit together and discuss governance, where we are, what's the plan, and this time we're thinking about what have we done in 2024 and what are we going to do in 2025. We have most of the core contributors here with us from the various committees, from the grants committees, from the VOC committee, from the OTC committee, and the labs members over here. I'll go ahead and let you guys introduce yourself. I'll ask questions, and most probably, you can start with introducing yourself for everyone and then answering the question. So I'll kick off with Ben. Hi, Ben. Please introduce yourself, and just the general question would be like, how was the meetup for you? What have you learned, and what's the plan going forward? We can talk about the grants committee.
Sure. So, hi everyone. My name is Ben. I'm the DAO's facilitator and coordinator. I do exactly that. I'm connecting people. So, to your question, so first of all, the meetup is not over. We still have like a 1.5 day at least together. So far, it has been a great experience, and I'm comparing it a bit to the first meetup in Lisbon, roughly 6 months ago, where we had like a great energy right from the get-go, and this time is no different. I really love the energy among the people, and personally, I mean, I'm meeting new people I know for a very long time, but only virtually. So this time it's Tiger, who I worked with for many years, but never met in person. Also, HQ is with us here, which is great. Be another member from the multisig. So yeah, that is my experience so far when it comes to people.
Would you like to, share a bit about what has been done so far on the grants committee and what's the plan going forward on the grants committee?
Yeah, of course, we just had a session surrounding the grants program overall. As many of you may know, we recently changed the strategy a bit. So we kind of steered away from sponsoring ordinary, quote unquote, ordinary staking pools and services, more towards supporting the ecosystem, meaning better monitoring tools, alerting systems, everything to support the builders going forward. Because it has become much simpler to build on top of the SSV network. So it's no longer like a primary target to find early builders. It's more important to give them the tools they need to be very professional, be always online, have the metrics they want and need to run their business. So this is where we are focusing next. Of course, we also have like budget discussions surrounding the grants program, because we want to continue it in 2025 and onwards. And this is also a great opportunity to discuss how the DAO can finance this endeavor going forward.
Thank you very much. Beast, hi.
Hey, good afternoon. Hello, everybody in TV land.
So as the leading part of the VOC, the Verified Operators Committee, I'll ask first, please introduce yourself with regards to the VOC and the meetup. We'll start with the meetup from your perspective. How do you feel? We're like, yeah, we're exactly in the middle of it. And second question would be, where do you see the VOC going and plans for the future? We have a lot to talk about.
That's right. Well, it's a lot of questions all in a row, so I'll try and take them one at a time. All right. Well, so first, I'm G Beast. I'm from Chicago. I got into the SSV ecosystem via the DApp node community, where I've been kind of a solo node operator for a while there. And as SSV was starting its first test nets, they came to DApp node and said, "Hey, you've got a lot of people running nodes. Would you like to help us test this platform?" And I thought it was really cool. I got involved in it, and now 2 years later, I'm here running a committee for it. So that's magic happens if you get involved. That's what I found. So I love these meetups because it's a chance to kind of put real faces and names and voices to all the people that I sit down with online virtually once a week to go over our plans. So that's great. And I get to hear more in depth what everyone's working on. So like the 46 grants that are in the works is pretty amazing. And the in-depth discussion about what it takes to capture the metrics inside our platform and how we're improving things so that we can see where the slowdowns, how do we fix them? It's all really, really interesting stuff. So I love hearing it straight out of the horse's mouth. From the VOC committee's perspective, what we are primarily focused on right now is the upcoming inclusion of now solo stakers and home stakers into the verified operator program. We've got an October 1st date to start allowing applicants from solo stakers. So if you are running a solo staker at home, or if you want to run an SSV node, one of our rules is you've got 90 days of history. So hopefully you've already got that set up and you're building your history so that you can apply. So that's coming up, and we're working hard on our internal processes to make sure that we're going to be ready to welcome you on board. And then we want to support that as well with marketing programs and things to help you get the word out about what you're doing and how we're opening this program up. So we really want to make a big event out of this, and we're excited about that. So that's kind of what we're working on in the short term. Then we have some medium and long-term plans for how we're going to improve the availability of data. People want to know what some of the performance is among the operators, and that's a big part as well. So that's kind of what we are working on.
Thank you very much. Taiga, so you're from the labs. Maybe you can share a bit about your experience at this meetup. You weren't with us in Lisbon, so maybe you can share a bit about from your perspective, introduce yourself, and maybe talk a bit about the innovation coming out of the labs into the DVT and SSV project.
Sure. So hi everyone, I go by Taiga. Yeah, I'm working at the labs. I've been focusing on infrastructure, durability, also a lot of developer experience. Yeah, scaling is a very big question. There's a lot of things that we are finding out as we go. The challenges that we thought we were going to encounter 12 months ago are different to the challenges we're encountering today. It's a $3 billion protocol, like 8 months in, right, from permissionless mainnet. It's no one would have expected this kind of growth. And internally, we are doing a lot of work to see how we can optimize many parts of the stack. That also includes the developer experience, the operator experience. So from a research perspective, I think the most exciting part is going to be the Allen fork. The Allen fork is going to reduce the number of network messages by up to 80%, 90%. Also, the message weight, the bits, it's going to be 50% reduction. This should alleviate a lot of network pressure what we look at also other forms of sustainable long-term solutions. And yeah, I think something that we're doing these days is we're looking at the performance of operators and how we can help and build the tools so operators can figure out where they can improve their performance, right? It's a very complex system, and sometimes it's about not having the adequate tools to know how can I make my operator better, right? And sometimes there's tools maybe that are available but are maybe not accurate. And so we're trying to more deterministically figure this out. There's also a lot of findings that we find along the way. There's a lot of documentation. There's great research by a couple of teams about how geolocation affects SSV network performance on the operators. And so, yeah, we're head down on this work. We're also testing many kinds of optimizations, and we're also focused on delivering tools that help operators do their job.
Thank you. And on on a personal note, I mean, it's your first meetup with us. What do you feel like?
Yeah, I mean, I think I've always thought there's a lot of value in meeting in person. I think work from home is great, but there's nothing like brainstorming in a table. There's a lot of back and forth that otherwise might not happen. I've worked with a lot of people here for years, right? I could not make it to Lisbon, and I'm also very recent labs hire. I was helping the DAO before that. So I kind of, the time that I converted to the labs, it was not relevant for me to go to a DAO event. And so, yeah, I think it's great to see all these people. I've worked with them for a long time. And yeah, I think it's a very valuable exercise to meet every once in a while.
Amazing. Thank you very much. I'll just ask myself a question and share. So I can do it for you. Yeah. Lad, how do you feel about the foundation and the meetup? So I would say.
Give yourself
How do you feel about the foundation and yourself today?
So first of all, I'm very happy to meet everyone here face to face. I think, and I've said this many times, that there's nothing like a one-on-one interaction. It builds trust, relationship, network, and growth. And this is one of the emphasis coming from the foundation that I think we should continue to do and meet up face to face around the world. So my experience from this meetup is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to meet, I wanted to interact, and I wanted to experience something together in order for us to build this relationship and grow. It's not something we can, judge by, I don't know, it's not capital or anything else. It's trust, and trust is the most important thing, at least the way I see it. So this is what I take from this meetup. It met and exceeded everything that I expected. With regards to the foundation operation, what we've done so far during the year has been meaningful. I mean, the fact that the foundation is live and kicking is very meaningful for the project. We're working on working in a very compliant way in order for the project to continue and grow. All of the financial stack, the KYC that everyone's doing, that if they want to apply for the VOC, for the VOTIC or the KYC, KYB, the grants, the agreements, and all of that, it's something that is it's a process and it's smoothening, and we're hoping and making the process faster and easier. My key takeaways for the next year and 2025 would be how do we look at the 4-year growth of SSV to some a bit longer term budget planning and treasury management is something that's very important for us to look at and make sure we're there for the long term. And other than that, understanding what are the needs from the community and from the DAO members and from all of the committees on how the foundation should work and help push for this amazing project. So I'm very fortunate to have joined. I joined in January, and I really want to thank everyone for being great friends and great partners to work with. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Eli.
Yeah. I think with regards to now is the time for questions from the audience. If there is anything or anyone want to share anything, now is the time for us to do that.
So let's look at the chat. So if you want to ask the question on the chat,
Yeah.
sure to do it now.
Not too many questions at one go. You can one by one.
There are someone's type.
Oh.
You mean good-looking guys?
Hi guys, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm the first one to have question. I gathered several questions from China community. Yeah, most of them are very concerned about the budget plan that, most of them know that we will have a budget plan because we saw proposals for our SSV labs. I think it's very important to keep our dev team keep going. It's very important for our team, but people are concerned about the budget plan. So can you share more about the budget plan? So what's the time will we have this plan and publish?
Yeah, of course. So exactly what you're saying is we want to have some clarity for the next future. We don't want to surprise, and we want to have like a 4-year plan of what we want to do. So at the moment, we're working in bringing up a proposal that will include the budget, or at least a framework of the budget for the next 4 years, and give some clarity on what we want to do, how we want to do it, and how we want to build this project and going forward. It's very, very important, and exactly what you're saying is being under consideration, and we think this will be shared with the community, of course, for remarks on the forum before it goes for a community vote. So I think the plan is for us to go ahead in the next few weeks to share it, and then we can think together with the community on how we implement this and take this forward.
Thank you. Sounds great. Thank you.
Yeah, great questions. Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Okay. So I'll just share that the team from the labs will participate in Singapore at Token 2049, and they'll be in Bangkok closer to the end of the year in November. We will be participating in various events here in Europe and the US going forward. Feel free to reach out over Discord or any other means to us. And we're always open for discussion and mutual, I would say, mutual thoughts from the community and from everyone over here. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you guys for being here and coming all the way, spending your time with us, and that's about it. So round of applause for everyone. See you guys.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.